Hi there! Welcome to Quiz Time. I'm your quiz master, Alicia, and I've got 100 brand new questions designed to entertain, stump, and surprise you. Some will feel easy, others might leave you guessing, but that's all part of the fun. Settle in and see if you can top your last score. Let's get started. What is the fourth state of matter called after gas, liquid, and solid? Thermal, ether, plasma, plasma. What type of whale is known as a killer whale? Beluga, orca, narwhal, orca. What type of plants lose their leaves in autumn? Deciduous, evergreen, coniferous, deciduous. What is the name of the empire that ruled the Middle East from the 8th to 6th century BC? Assyrian Empire, Babylonian Empire, Persian Empire, Assyrian Empire. What was the first name of Madame Bovary in the classic novel of the same name? Julia, Angela, Emma, Emma. Who painted the infamous Campbell soup can painting? Andy Warhol, Jackson Pollock, Edward Hopper, Andy Warhol. How many keys are there on a piano keyboard? 76, 88, 92, 88. Who played Sabrina in the 1954 comedy romance movie of the same name? Audrey Hepburn, Sophia Loren, Judy Garland, Audrey Hepburn. A bangka is a traditional Filipino what? Hat, dessert, boat, boat. A pastry filled with a beef fillet and stuffed with foie gras is called a what? Paddington, Wellington, Kensington, Wellington. What was the first ever kids' toy to be advertised on TV? Slinky, Rubik's Cube, Mr. Potato Head, Mr. Potato Head. In soccer, how many yellow cards can a player receive before they get a red card? 2, 3, 4, 2. The picture below is the flag of what country? Panama, Honduras, Bahamas, Bahamas. What do you call a monk that spends their life up on a pillar? A stylite, a pyrite, a Hittite, a stylite. Greco-Roman is a style of what sport? Archery, wrestling, fencing, wrestling. The longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere takes place during which month? May, June, July, June. In what year did the first Winter Olympics Games take place? 1912, 1920, 1924, 1924. What was the name of Julius Caesar's adopted son? Anthony, Augustus, Brutus, Augustus. What was the first city in the world to have an urban tram line? New York, London, Paris, New York. The patella is located in which part of the body? Hip, knee, shoulder, knee. Which planet in our solar system is known as the gas giant? Jupiter, Uranus, Mercury, Jupiter. In what U.S. city do the baseball team Red Sox play? Philadelphia, Chicago, Boston, Boston. What was the profession of Jesus' first two apostles, Peter and Andrew? Fishermen, lumberjacks, shepherds, fishermen. Which pop star composed some of the music for the video game Sonic 3? Elton John, David Bowie, Michael Jackson, Michael Jackson. What U.S. state is known as the Land of Enchantment? Oregon, New Mexico, Colorado, New Mexico. What is the name of the fictional sport in the Harry Potter series? Quidditch, Flidditch, Wizditch, Quidditch. What does the Roman numeral C stand for? 50, 100, 500, 100. In the Bible, what bone did Samson use to kill 1,000 Philistines? A jawbone, a pelvis bone, a femur bone, a jawbone. In what U.S. state was pop star Madonna born? Wisconsin, Michigan, Indiana, Michigan. What element used in the production of felt gave way to the expression mad as a hatter? Lead, lithium, mercury. Mercury. A task that has zero chance of success is called a what? Dolt's endeavor, fool's errand, idiot's savant. Fool's errand. In what year did Arnold Schwarzenegger become the governor of California? 2001, 2002, 2003, 2003. Can you complete the title of this classic religious hymn? A mighty fortress is our blank. Faith, Lord, God, God. The Fed Cup was a competition in which sport? Tennis, volleyball, golf, tennis. On what day of the year is Valentine's Day held in Brazil? April 20th, June 12th, September 4th, June 12th. Which actress was killed off in the opening scene of the movie Scream? Drew Barrymore, Courtney Cox, Carmen Electra, Drew Barrymore. What was the first feature-length animated movie ever released? Dumbo, Pinocchio, Snow White, Snow White. In Star Wars, what was the name of Han Solo's ship? Endor Spire, Millennium Falcon, Ebon Hawk. Millennium Falcon. What iconic Nashville venue was Taylor Swift playing at when she was first discovered? The Station Inn, Tootsie's Orchid Lounge, the Bluebird Cafe, the Bluebird Cafe. What NBA player has won the most MVP awards? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Michael Jordan, Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. What is the top number of a fraction called? Denominator, numerator, fractional, numerator. What is the warmest sea on Earth? Dead Sea, White Sea, Red Sea, Red Sea. Currently, how many U.S. presidents have been re-elected for a second term? 16, 18, 20, 18. In what month is the Earth closest to the Sun? January, May, September, January. Who is considered the father of modern genetics? Max Planck, René Descartes, Gregor Mendel, Gregor Mendel. What nut is used in the making of dynamite? Peanut, almond, chestnut, peanut. Roughly how many new species continue to be discovered every year? 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 15,000. John Pemberton invented which soft drink? Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola. What do you call a group of turkeys? A rafter, a clutch, a mob, a rafter. What is the technical name for the brain of your computer? RAM, SSD, CPU, CPU. During which decade was the first color photograph taken? 1850s, 1860s, 1870s, 1860s. What was the original number of Twitter's character limit? 120, 130, 140, 140. What do you call a tall chef's hat? A toque, a tout, a thrill, a toque. Which astronomer first discovered sunspots on the surface of the moon? Kepler, Copernicus, Galileo, Galileo. In what year did India gain its independence from Britain? 1946, 1947, 1948, 1947. Which of the 8 major islands of Hawaii is currently uninhabited? Kaho'olawe, Niihau, Molokai, Kaho'olawe. Which country has appeared in 3 World Cup finals but has never won? England, Italy, Netherlands, Netherlands. What popular MTV music show premiered in 1998? Total Request Live, Headbangers Ball, Unplugged, Total Request Live. Who sang the theme song from the TV show Friends? The Hives, the Rembrandts, the Pogues, the Rembrandts. For what movie did Steven Spielberg win his first Oscar for Best Director? E.T., Jaws, Schindler's List, Schindler's List. In what Disney movie would you find the song When You Wish Upon a Star? Pinocchio, Bambi, Cinderella, Pinocchio. In Star Wars, how many languages does C-3PO claim to be able to speak? 2 million, 4 million, 6 million, 6 million. Which cartoon family lives at 742 Evergreen Terrace? Family Guy, The Simpsons, King of the Hill, The Simpsons. What day of the year is considered National Pie Day? January 31st, March 14th, April 13th, March 14th. Euclid was a famous Greek what? Inventor, philosopher, mathematician, mathematician. What is the name of the river that runs through Paris? Seine, Tiber, Elbe, Seine. What is the oldest active volcano on Earth? Etna, Pelee, Unzen, Unzen. Who is credited with the creation of the zombie? Richard Matheson, George Romero, H.P. Lovecraft, George Romero. What is said to be the first cold breakfast cereal? Cornflakes, muesli, granola, granola. What is the only U.S. state that grows coffee beans commercially? Hawaii, California, Louisiana, Hawaii. What is the fastest snake in the world? King cobra, black mamba, sidewinder, sidewinder. What does the word onion mean in English? Big bulb, large pearl, white jewel, large pearl. What was the name of the first car to break the sound barrier? X1, Thunderbird, Thrust SSC, Thrust SSC. Which of these condiments was originally sold as medicine? Ketchup, mayonnaise, mustard, ketchup. What was the original name of Google? Look-see, back rub, one shot, back rub. What is the most expensive book ever sold? Codex Leicester, Book of Kells, Voynich manuscript, Codex Leicester. Before being made of plastic, what did NFL football helmets used to be made from? Pigskin, horsehide, cow leather, cow leather. Roughly how many flowers do bees have to visit in order to make 1 pound of honey? 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 2 million. How many ancient wonders of the world are there? 7, 8, 9, 7. What is the only major city located on 2 continents? Moscow, Russia, Reykjavik, Iceland, Istanbul, Turkey, Istanbul, Turkey. In the TV show Friends, who sings the song Smelly Cat? Phoebe, Rachel, Monica, Phoebe. In Harry Potter, what animal is on the Gryffindor logo? A dragon, a stag, a lion, a lion. What was the last movie Walt Disney worked on before he died? Robin Hood, The Jungle Book, 101 Dalmatians, The Jungle Book. What was the name of the shark hunting boat in the movie Jaws? The Torpedo, the Warlock, the Orca, the Orca. How many ghosts was Scrooge visited by in A Christmas Carol? 3, 4, 5, 4. What is the name of the Tokyo district famous for its electronics? Akihabara, Asakusa, Shinjuku. Akihabara. Which American golfer was nicknamed the Joplin Ghost? Lee Trevino, Arnold Palmer, Horton Smith, Horton Smith. In the Bible, who was the father of David? Jesse, Solomon, Daniel, Jesse. What is the most used letter in the English alphabet? A, E, R, E. What hair type has the most hair follicles? Blonde, brunette, redhead, blonde. In the movie The Shawshank Redemption, who is the only character to admit their guilt? Red, Andy, Haywood, Red. Who is Fred Flintstone's wife? Pebbles, Betty, Wilma, Wilma. What is the study of mushrooms called? Tychology, mycology, phycology, mycology. Kuala Lumpur is the capital of which country? Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia. Where in the world would you find the Kola Peninsula? Peru, Russia, Australia, Russia. Who did Winston Churchill succeed as Prime Minister of the UK in 1940? Clement Attlee, Anthony Eden, Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain. The forint is the currency of which country? Hungary, Serbia, Czech Republic, Hungary. Sangria is a shade of what color? Yellow, green, red, red. Who starred alongside Hugh Grant in the 1994 comedy movie Four Weddings and a Funeral? Julia Roberts, Andy McDowell, Toni Collette, Andy McDowell. Last question. Complete the title of this Michael Jackson song. Man in the blank. Mirror, moon, corner, mirror. How'd you do? Thanks for playing along with Quiz Time. I hope you had a blast and maybe even jogged a few fun memories. If you enjoyed this quiz, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to click the bell so you'll be the first to know when a new quiz drops. Share your score in the comments below, and we'll see you next time for some more fun trivia.